Okay, we are live, Joy. So you can go ahead and start welcoming your guests to your hangout.
All right. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? You can just wave or post at the bottom. Give me your name. Say hello to everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. So, thank you so much for joining me to my live launch. I'm so excited that y'all are here with me, my family, my friends. Thanks so much. This is awesome. It's an amazing opportunity. I'm going to share a little bit about my testimony. I met Carmel actually at one of our church events. Pretty awesome because through that, I have been able to form an amazing friendship with her and just come alongside of her and just partner with her in amazing things. I love her so much. She's very dear to my heart. And she introduced me to the ISO been drinking myself for the past 4 weeks, and let me tell you, it's been amazing. I mean, you guys know I don't shut up about anything. So if something's good, I'm gonna share. So my I've talked to your ears off about this tea that I've been drinking. Um, so for me, some of the personal benefits have been I've been sleeping so much better at night. Like I am not bloating like I used to. Um, the inflammation that I usually get when I run on my feet or when I work in as crazy. Actually, I trained for a half marathon, and towards the end of my training I was drinking the tea, and usually I get a lot of aches and pains, a lot of inflammation in my joints, but I really didn't get that. My half marathon went smoothly. I got a little bit of an injury, but just along with chiropractor and drinking the tea, I was able to get over that injury in under a week, and it's just been amazing, guys. I can't tell you I have been feeling this past month. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce the amazing Miss Pam McCray. She is a wonderful woman that I have met through Carmel. Just an amazing person with an awesome testimony, guys. I can't tell you how amazing her testimony is, her drive, her energy, her humility, and just how much she loves, just loves so hard. And she will literally help you whenever. I couldn't have this 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks ago, because I had a family member pass, and she was just amazing about it. And both of their support was really good and very important to me. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce Miss Pam McCray.
Yes, Joy, can you hear me? Awesome,
I can hear you very well.
awesome. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for that phenomenal introduction. And it is such a pleasure to be on here with you on this Saturday morning in some places is in the afternoon, but I am excited about your launch. I'm excited about the people that you have invited to this very private conversation as we are truly bringing about something that is really sweeping the world. You have a phenomenal testimony, a testimony in which, has definitely been able to change your life. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take the time to welcome all of you who are chiming in from all over the world, to hear about some phenomenal products that are bringing change to so many people's lives as we are just taking the time to introduce these products. So Project 1000 is real. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what you've been able to be invited to today by Joy is something that you have the opportunity to grab a hold of. Maybe you're getting on here this afternoon, this morning, because you heard about the 30-33. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is a lifestyle. We're not just a health and wellness company. You're going to hear about some amazing products, but we have a concept in which we are helping the world to know and understand that life is all about you being healthy. You cannot ever create wealth unless you first take the time to take care of your body. And so we're on a 30-33 challenge right now, but it's something that's really helping the world to know and understand that your health is your wealth. It is definitely a lifestyle. So can you imagine 30 minutes for 30 days with 3 simple products? And I'm gonna introduce 3 and a few others on this Google Hangout today, but I wanna let you know that lives are being changed. And I'm gonna share my personal story with you to understand the impact of how you can make a decision today to either grab a hold of some products. Maybe you're listening because you wanna take back your health. Maybe you're listening because Joy shared with you that this is an amazing opportunity that's sweeping the world, and maybe you're that person looking for something. I wanna say whatever your reason is, guess what? Grab a pen and paper, take some great notes, because this information changed my life a little over 2.5 years ago. And we are just getting started. So I know there's some amazing people on here this afternoon, this morning. Danielle, I want to welcome you. Itzel, Andrea, Lillian, Florence, Grace, Harriet, Anna, all of you chiming in. Guess what? You have been invited to hear something that we know without a shadow of a doubt. If you just open up your mind, if you just say, you know what, maybe that can be me. Maybe you're somebody watching today that you're looking for a vehicle. Perhaps you have some goals and some dreams on the inside of you, and you're looking for a way in order to give birth to those dreams. You see, ladies, I can tell you, gentlemen who may even watch this, let me tell you, what happened for us was, imagine this. Imagine struggling in an industry for over 20 years, but always believing that one day you would find the perfect opportunity. Well, that was my husband and I for over 20 years, when we tried different businesses from home. And guess what? None of them really worked to our benefit. Imagine failing for over 20 years, but one yes turning our entire life around a little over 2.5 years ago, because we made a decision to not give up. You see, sometimes in life, the very things that we desire, we end up giving up right before the finish line, and we end up never accomplishing them goals. Well, I could tell you what ended up happening is we said yes 2.5 years ago, but I can also share with you that you're looking at someone today who knows what it feels like to file bankruptcy. Yes, not just once, but twice, and we did it. We attempted to do it a 3rd time. You're also listening to someone today who knows what it feels like to go through repossession, who truly knows what it feels like to struggle in life. You see, we had a 6-figure-a-year income. For those of you who worked the 9-to-5, we had that job. But guess what was happening? We still were living paycheck to paycheck. So I always knew that I was not designed. At some point in time in life, when I began to realize that I truly was created for greatness and that everything existed that I needed on the inside of me, then that's when the shift began to take place in my life. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I was a stay-at-home mom that simply refused to settle for the place that I was in. I used to be shy. I used to be a person that couldn't talk on a hangout like this. But when I began to realize the greatness that existed on the inside of me, that's when that greatness began to come out. But remember, something sometimes has to happen in life in order to get us to that point. So I remember like it was yesterday when my husband and I, we had to make a decision. And that decision was, do we eat or do we ride? And on that day, when I had to watch my husband go and sell the last vehicle that we had, I knew that I had to do something different. I knew that I had to become the person that I was looking for in order to attract the people that I knew that one day would become the champions that we now call our team. So I had to change first. And a lot of times in life, we don't realize that if we just make a decision to change, God will give us the very things that we are seeking in our lives. And so that's what ended up happening. But how many of you watching in today have ever just stepped out on faith? You just took a risk. You just decided to do it. Well, that was us a little over 2 years ago, where we said, you know what, let's change our atmosphere. Let's move to beautiful, sunny Miami, Florida. Let's do something different in order to have something different. We had a plan, but we did not know the full plan and what God was going to allow us to go through. But guess what ended up happening? Right around the holiday season time, the very thing that we didn't think would happen happened. Corporate America failed our family. How many of you watching today have a plan B? Because most of the time as we travel around the world, we find that so many people don't have a plan B. Well, what if you looked up and like us, no job, which meant no money. And by January of 2015, we found ourselves homeless, ladies and gentlemen, with no place to live, with our 3 younger children looking at us like, what just happened? But I want you to, first of all, write down this word, Y-E-S, because one yes began to turn our entire life around. And in an industry that we failed in for over 20 years, as a stay-at-home mom that just made a decision to believe, ladies and gentlemen, I looked up and I was able to turn a simple weight loss goal truly into $22,000 from the comfort of my home in less than 60 days. Well, at that time, I said, wait a minute, this is real. And I began to realize this is not about me. This is about how many lives can I impact? How many lives can I change along the way? And so I kept building this business. I kept sipping on this simple cup of tea that I'm going to share with you in just a few moments. And as I kept sipping on this tea, and I kept now turning and focusing on the lives and changing the lives of others that were now connecting to me, we looked up, and in less than 7 months' time, we were able to earn over $250,000 from the comfort of our home. At that time, ladies and gentlemen, my husband said, hold on, wait a second. Because corporate America, after he gave up himself for 25 years as an engineer, they were not trying to call him and offer a job other than to send him to Mexico. And so at that time, he said, you know what? I don't need your job. Because he realized if one can put 1,000 to flight, 2 can put 10,000 to flight. We locked arms, began to build this business together. We were able to close out our first year, more than doubling our income in the next few months at over $600,000 in documented income. Ladies and gentlemen, documentation beats conversation all day long. And then we ended up becoming the first $1 million earners up underneath the leadership of our phenomenal coach, Miss Stormy Wellington, the #1 female network marketer in the entire world, our visionary of the 1,000 family movement, because she said yes, we said yes, and lives are being changed around the entire world. So can you imagine saying yes to this very thing that Joy has invited you to hear about today? Can you imagine saying yes to some products that can absolutely change your life? Because that's what's happening here. And the name of this company is called Total Life Changes. And I'm going to refer to it as TLC. As you can see, I'm wearing my bling. I'm excited. I'm smiling because lives are truly being changed. And it's something about when you realize your purpose, you begin to walk in your purpose. You get up every day and you operate in your purpose, knowing that lives are being changed in the midst of it. So now Total Life Changes, just to let you know, is a company that was started by our incredible CEO and founder. Let me see if I can show you Mr. Jack Founder. A little over 17 years ago, from his basement, with a mission and with a vision. You see, he had a mission to provide us with some high quality, all natural products that would offer us immediate results, sustain wellness, and that would give us a new quality of life. So ladies and gentlemen, what you have here, what Joy has put you in front of, is a company that's stable. We're not going anywhere. We have definitely stood the test of time. But not only that, she's putting you in front of some products that offer instant gratification. How many of you may have some health goals and you want them right now? You see, we live in a microwave society, so our products offer immediate satisfaction. But not only that, they're also giving us a new quality of life, which is very important. So we have these amazing products, over 50 of them, because this tea is just one of them. So don't think that we are just a tea company, because in the beginning, and that's what I thought. When I used to see this tea, before I said yes, I said, oh my goodness, are they seriously out there selling tea? But guess what? Don't judge a book by its cover, because this cup of tea is now changing lives around all the entire world. And so imagine you now saying yes to some products that are life-changing. tapping into not just one, but everybody write down 8 of the fastest growing recession-proof industries in the entire world. So that means no matter what happens, our products will stand the test of time. But on top of it, ladies and gentlemen, imagine this. We're shipping in 150 countries around the entire world. So I know the joy knows people all over. So imagine you saying yes, and you now getting in front of this. You see, she invited you on this private hangout today because she has not opened up this opportunity to the masses. But she thought about you because she has some top positions that you can now get in the way of something that is going to happen anyway. So imagine that. But I also want you to think about the fact that this is a at-home business. How many of you watching have ever dreamed of being able to work from home? How many of you have ever dreamed of not having to deal with traffic every single day? Because I can tell you, all I wanted in the beginning was time freedom. I just wanted to be free. I wanted to be able to be there for my children. I wanted to be able to go to every school event. I wanted to definitely be able to put them on the bus, take them off the bus, do whatever I desired to do. And because of one yes, I can tell you we are able to do that every single day of our lives. But I'm going to talk about these products today in order to really help you understand the power of what we have here. Now, I mentioned something called 3033, and I want you to know that that's not a zip code. It's actually a lifestyle that we're on fire about. And so I'm going to share with you the powerful 3 products, which I like to call the trifecta, that right now is changing lives around the entire world. You can write down Get Fit Kit. You see, I know that there may be somebody watching today and you're saying, you know what? I don't like to exercise. I don't like to work out. You know, typically that's the average person, but guess what? What if I share with you that just by making a decision to get up every day and just to take a walk or to climb some stairs, that you truly increase your health? You're going to live longer and last longer and feel great longer in your life. And so that's what we're helping people to understand, is that you don't have to be sick. You don't have to be tired. It's a choice. It's a mindset. And so this product right here, the IASOT, is actually tapping into the weight loss industry. Now imagine this. How many people do you know that want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? It's not a weight loss tea, but it's actually a detox tea. And I like to call it the #1 detox tea in the entire world because it is a lifestyle. It's packed with 9 herbs, no stimulants. You simply sip on it twice a day like this. And guess what? It's going to remove the toxins and the chemicals out of your body at a cellular level. But on top of it, it will help those that need to lose weight, lose the weight by removing everything out of our bodies. And what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of times we suffer from different things in our body just simply because we need a detox. So I remember getting this pack of tea from Miss Wellington. How many of you watching have ever been given something and you don't do anything with it? Well, that was me. You see, in the beginning, I told the #1 female network marketer, multi-million-dollar earner, my sister, my friend, I told her no. I said, I'm not interested because I said, I'm done with this industry. I told her, I'm tired of failing. And when she shared with me that this product would help me to lose some weight, I didn't believe her. It says nothing about weight loss, 100% organic. So I tossed it to the side, didn't drink it. Well, 2 weeks later, she called me. She said, Pam, give me back my pack of tea. And at that time, she had lost 10 pounds in 10 days. Her sister Jackie was down 21 pounds in 2 weeks. Another friend of hers had lost 17 pounds in 2.5 weeks. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think I did at that time? Do you think I gave Miss Wellington back her pack of tea? No, instead, I began to sip, just like this. And 1 cup of tea turned my entire life around. So if you're asking, is it possible? Yes, it's possible, because so many other stories are happening as a result of 1 cup of tea. And if you're that person watching in today and you're saying, you know what, I'm on the go all the time. You know, I don't have time, because 1 pack of this makes enough for an entire week, a gallon of tea, right? You're going to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. But guess what? Mr. Jack found that all we do is solve problems over here. And I truly believe that the person that solves the most problems creates the most wealth. So we have the instant IASOT. All you do is open it up, pour it in an 8-ounce bottle of water. Voila, lose your 5 pounds in 5 days on the go. So that's the IASOT. This is the first product that's a part of our 30-33, that powerful trifecta. Now, the next product I'm going to talk to you about today is one that's even more exciting, because once you detox, once you cleanse your body, you have to know that the next important step is to make sure that you're putting all the nutrients back into your body that your body needs in order for it to function properly. Well, we have a lot of products that are tapping into the health and wellness industry. Not going to go into a lot of them, but this one is our NutriBurst. It's a liquid vitamin. How many of you watching today, you take some type of pill form vitamin? You know, vitamin E, vitamin D, vitamin C. Sometimes we run into people who have these big pill boxes. They line them up and they take all these vitamins. Well, what if I told you and I shared with you today that those vitamins are to no avail? Why? Because only about 10 to 20% goes into your body, absorbs into your body. The rest is wasteful. Our bodies can't even absorb it. Well, what if I share with you our liquid vitamin, this NutriBurst, that's packed with 72 minerals, 19 amino acids. 1 tablespoon of this a day is like you eating 10 salads. Now, I don't know about you, Anna, Harriet, Grace, Florence. Any of you like to eat 10 salads in one day? I know I didn't. But 1 tablespoon is doing exactly that. It's feeding our cells. It's helping with mental clarity. It's giving us energy so that we can get up every day and feel incredible. But I want to share with you a powerful testimony on why this product makes me smile so much. My dad turned 93 years old back in April. Yes, 93. But I want to let you know where my dad was a little over a year and a half ago. This is his testimony, his personal testimony. My dad was flat on his back. My dad stopped responding to us. He would not communicate with us. On top of it, wheelchair bound for over 2 years, unable to do anything for himself, flat on his back. His health was declining so much that hospice stepped in, and we all know what hospice typically means. Well, I want you to know, I decided to put my dad on this NutriBurst. And everybody say fast forward, because today, my dad now is having full-blown conversations. His memory is incredible. He went from not being able to lift a fork to sipping on hot cups of coffee. He's been able to get up out of his wheelchair, put himself into bed, can stand holding on to things. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I got a phone call about a year ago, and it was hospice. And they said, Miss Mukiri, this doesn't normally happen, but your dad no longer qualifies for our services. He celebrated his 93rd birthday on my birthday in June. He was able to call me up and sing me happy birthday. So that is the power of the NutriBurst. From the age of 2 all the way up to 122, the entire world needs it. So imagine you being the one to introduce this powerful product to the entire world as it's changing your life in the process. So that is our NutriBurst. But I also want to mention one other one that I just want you all to write down. Okay, this one is the Chaga, C-H-A-G-A. Google the many benefits of this one, because this one is everything. It's an anti-inflammatory, it's anti-cancer, it's an antioxidant, it's an adaptogen. So it's going to go into your body and seek out what's not functioning as it should and help to bring your body back into balance. So write this one down and see all the benefits, because this is one of our powerful products that we have right here at TLC. Now we're going to the third product. That's a product of 30-33. 30 minutes, 30 days with 3 simple products. That's 30 minutes of exercise, 30 days, which makes it a habit, with 3 products. So now the third product that I'm going to talk about is, how many of you watching today, maybe you feel a little tired, right? Maybe you're having a hard time getting your day going, making it through the day. Well, we have the answer. Remember, I shared with you, we solve problems here at TLC. And this is our powerful product called the NRG, which stands for Natural Raw Energy. You see, what it's going to do is turn on the energy, but guess what? It's going to also turn off the appetite by burning 300 to 600 calories a day. I have a young lady that I'm so proud of by the name of Miss Natalie Nicole Smith. You see, she's 29 years old. And I was able to watch this product change her life, because she was dependent from a child. This is her testimony, where she was on medication because she could not pay attention. She could not focus. She could not stay on task. There's actually an illness attached to that. Not going to name it, but this was Natalie, and she had medication in order to keep her on point. Well, she said yes to the NRG. And guess what? Natalie no longer takes those medications. On top of it, she said yes to this opportunity, never did a business like this. And on a part-time basis, Natalie was able to become a documented six-figure earner in her very first year, just because she made a decision that she wanted to change lives by introducing these products to the world. So all of you guests, can you imagine you now being in front of this? Can you imagine you now taking these products and introducing them to your friends, your family, your coworkers, the people that you know, love, come in contact with, that you meet along the way? That's what we're doing here. So that's the powerful 3. And I'm gonna talk about a few more products before we actually share the income opportunity side for those of you that may be looking for a business or something that you can do from the comfort of your home in order to bridge the gap. Or maybe you're that person that wants to, fund a dream. This is called TLC. So I'm gonna talk to you about the next industry that is very exciting, that a lot of people don't wanna talk about, kind of taboo, but guess what else? We are tapping into the sexual performance industry. Yes, I said it. We're having fun over here. We're saving marriages and relationships here at TLC with 2 all-natural products, the Strike Up for men and the Love for ladies, and they're all natural. You see, this Strike Up, which I can tell you, right now is so popular because there's no other company out there doing this. No other company like ours tapping into this industry. We can't even keep it in stock. But I can tell you, this Strike Up is likened to the little blue pill. Not gonna name it, kind of rhymes with Niagara. Ours is green, as you can see. So I call this one the Incredible Hulk, okay? Because it's for the men, so they can strike up and not strike out. But I can tell you, it's gonna just add some vibrancy, some fun, but it also has a lot of health benefits because all these little words right here, these are herbs. So it's all herbal. So no negative side effects, and it's going to help a male to maintain a healthy prostate, which is very, very important. So that's the Strike Up. But then he also, Mr. Fallon, you see, he stays on top of things. As if this one wasn't enough, that last 24, 48 hours, he decided to come out with this little red pack, the Extreme. Now, the Extreme has the same health benefits, but lasts for 6 days. And so this is another powerful product that we're excited about. And ladies, he did not forget about us because we have what you call the Love. This Love is going to increase libido, moisture, mood, do so many different things in the bedroom for 72 hours. But on top of it, again, all herbal. So it's going to help to maintain a healthy pH balance, ladies. It also helps with menopausal issues. It helps with menstrual cramping. And so when you take these 2 products and you put them together, we now call them what we call the Fun Pack because we're having fun here at TLC. And obviously, in relationships, you gotta keep the fun. You gotta keep the vibrancy. And guess what? TLC, we are solving that problem from a health standpoint. So that's these products. And I'm gonna talk about one more product on here this afternoon, this morning, because we have a lot of products. And as you can see, very passionate about all of them. But we have a complete skincare line that's anti-aging in every aspect. And so this product here is a part of our skincare line. It's called the E-View Oil. The E stands for absolutely everything because you can simply rub this on and it's gonna help to, if you have any type of pain, it penetrates 7 layers deep. So it's gonna help to eliminate all kinds of pain. On top of it, if you have thinning edges, hairlines, top of the head, that I call the gentleman, that landing pad happening not by choice, guess what? Rub this on and it will also grow back hair. We also have the hair, skin, and nails also, which is a peel form that's helping to grow hair 2 to 3 inches a month. But this product here helps with any kind of skin issues. You just simply rub it on. Dry skin, any type of skin issue that's not normal, serious skin issues, it helps with. And on top of it, stretch marks. Our daughter, Brianna, gave birth to our first grandson 9 months ago. She rubbed it on her belly. Her entire pregnancy, she has 0 stretch marks. So the Immune Oil is phenomenal, and it's changing lives here at TLC. And I just want to tell you one more product. Any coffee lovers watching in today, because we also have a complete coffee line, but this one's my favorite. This one comes in little packages. You just open up, you pour it in a hot cup of water, and guess what? You're going to slim down in the process. Our Cafe Delgado, our slimming coffee that's changing lives around the entire world. So you've been able to hear about just a few products that we're introducing to the world and we're excited about. We are truly bringing change, all because these products work. We simply sell results. So if you're that person watching in today and you're saying, you know what, well, I'm not a salesperson, I don't know if I could do that. Listen, neither am I. I am not a salesperson. I don't sell anything. But I can tell you what I could do is I was able to become a product of the product. I look good. And as a result of looking good and feeling great, my passion now flows out to the world to help the world to understand. All you have to do is grab a hold of a concept. All you have to do is make a decision to change your health. All you have to do is become a product of these products, and your life will never be the same. So before I go any further, for all of you, because if you got on here and you just wanted to hear about the products, then you should definitely be texting Joy, sending her a message, WhatsApping her, saying, you know what, I am interested in these products. I want to know more about the 3033. I want to truly create a lifestyle. I want to make a difference because I know that my next move needs to be my best move. And I want to be able to live the best life that I was created to live as I walk through the journey called life. But I'm going to take the time and bring a phenomenal young lady on the line today who happens to be the person who introduced these products to Joy. And I can tell you, I'm so excited to be in business with her because her tenacity, you know, her fire, her energy, you know, she's that person that pushes through because against all odds, she's out there in Mexico where a lot of times her connection is not the greatest. She's having to run to a Starbucks just to get connected. She's fighting to get to the different events as we have events all over the world. And I can tell you, because she said yes, I know without a shadow of a doubt that she is next and we're creating stories. So I'm going to bring none other than Carmel on the line with us this afternoon so she can just share with you what TLC has been able to do for her so far. So Carmel, go ahead and share your testimony with all of Joy's guests.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my personal testimony on this platform. It's just an honor to be here to share with you guys. I never know what products to share when I want to share my testimony because I love every single thing that I have tried. Every single product that TLC has, I feel like is going to change the world and is changing the world at this time. I guess I'll choose the IASO tea to talk about because I believe that every single family, as a wellness coach, I believe that there's so many toxins in our air. There's so many toxins in our food. And at this point, we don't even know, you know, what's in our food at this point. So we really don't even know what's going on in our body. We only really feel about 20% of what's going on in our body. So what about the other 80%, you know, that we're not feeling pain? When we're not feeling pain and we think that we're healthy, we never really know what our body is really experiencing because this IASO tea that I've been drinking, I was already pretty healthy. So if you're out there and you were thinking, oh, I'm pretty healthy, you know, I don't really need to detox. I don't really need to do that. You know, I say, get that mindset out of there because I was already 98 to 90% in optimal health. My body is functioning. My immune system is strong as ever, probably my entire life. And this IASO tea has been able to change my life. It cleared up my skin because when I moved from Atlanta to the West Coast and to Mexico, the water is different. I was experiencing breakouts in my skin. I've never had skin problems. So I'm like, wait a second, I'm healthy. I've never had skin problems. I've never had to, you know, go to the store and buy, you know, all these different skincare products. And so I was experiencing some problems with my skin. This IASO tea cleared up my skin, drinking a lot of water, drinking this IASO tea every single day. I even, after I use the gallon, which I have over here already made, after I use the gallon, I take the tea bags and I put them on my eyes to, you know, bring back the blood flow in my eyes. And I'll tell you a personal testimony. I had something over my eyelid. I had no idea what it was. It wasn't a pimple or anything like that. It was just this bump that was like right over my eyelid. Anytime you tried to pop it like you treat it like a pimple, it would hurt like really, really bad. And so after a few years, I was just like, you know, this thing is not going away. I'll just have this thing on my eye. So I started testing out the products because I wanted to be able to share personal testimony with my clients. So to actually help them, I said, you know, like she said, what if, like Miss McCray said, if the people who to solve the most problems create the most wealth, you know, so I want to solve the most problems with these products. So I said, let me put it over my eyes and let's see if it'll do something with it. I felt like that thing was so strong, it wasn't going anywhere. Let me tell you something. I heat up some water, some alkaline water in my kettle in a little dish. I put the ISOT tea bags in there and I sat for about 15 to 20 minutes. I only did that maybe twice. I did that for 2 days. After the second day, I found myself, you know, rubbing on, I would always rub my eye and it would always just be there. It was just a habit. I would always rub my eye. After 2 days, I was just in the habit. I was probably doing some work and I put my hands over my eye and it was smooth. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm looking for this bump over my eye that's been there for years. I go to the bathroom and it's gone. It is completely gone. It fell off. You could tell where it was, but the skin was completely smooth. It was some type of impurity that came from somewhere. It could have been our air or it could have been anywhere, but it completely fell off. I was like, oh my God. I went to my mom. I'm like, Mom, you need, because she has eye problems. I'm like, Mom, use the tea bag for your eyes because it is doing something. It is healing. It is cleaning your toxins. I'm telling you, that is one of the biggest testimonies I have because I had this thing that would not go away. It just would not go away. And the tea bags did something. And I don't know what it did. I can't tell you what it did. All I can tell you is it removed it. My son is 13 years old. He drinks the tea. He came home from a summer camp the other day. And, you know, you're out there at summer camp, they're not getting the right proper sleep. They're not getting the, you know, proper nutrition. They're just out there having fun. And he's out there in the desert and he comes home and guess what he does? Mom, he drinks the last of my tea. So I had to brew some more tea. He asked for the tea. So 13-year-old teenagers, they're all having testimonies, cleaning out their impurities. Our kids are getting, you know, sick at school and out there with their friends. And in this world, he was able to, you know, clean out his toxin, get his body back flowing again after, you know, being out in the desert and being dehydrated and all that stuff. So, I mean, I have testimonies for all the products. I have my NutriBurst Plus right here. She showed you the NutriBurst, but I've been trying this NutriBurst Plus. It has the CoQ10, which helps to replenish your cells if you have any cellular damage or anything like that. And I will tell you, my son, he will want to drink this whole cap. Like he'll go through this in like 2 weeks because he wants to drink it all. I'm like, Jalen, it's not orange juice. This is a powerful multivitamin and even he can tell the difference when he's not drinking it. So, I mean, I could go on and on about the products, but I just know that they are going to change your life. Her father, Mrs. McCray's father's testimony was one of the testimonies that got me excited about the business. You're telling, my grandmother passed away at 92. She was in hospice. You know, I get emotional about this business because, man, like we can save parents. My friend's mom just passed away from hospice. You know, I wanted to send him some NutriBurst. I wanted to send him NutriBurst because I heard Mrs. McCray's testimony about her father. And I'm like, maybe we can save his mom. But guess what? She passed away last week while we were in Atlanta at the international event. I was so sad because I'm like, we're losing our parents. We're losing our grandparents. And these products are saving lives. They're saving lives. I want my mom around forever. I want her to live 1,000 years. She's lost 40 pounds. She's lost 40 pounds. She looks awesome. I looked at her the other day and I'm like, Mom, you look awesome. You look awesome. She feels great. She lost all this toxic, you know, weight. Her skin is looking better. She's looking younger. She's out right now, you know, walking the hills in Mexico and, you know, out there. I mean, just it's changing people's lives. We have something here that's can impact our community across the globe. So anyway, I'll stop talking because I will continue to, I'm a little long-winded, but I'm just passionate about what we're able to do over here at TLC. It's completely changed my life, and I see that it is doing the same thing for so many people around the world. You have got to get your hands on these products. So thank you for allowing me to share, and I will pass it back to you, Miss McCray.
Wow, you know what, Carmel? Incredible testimony. Ooh, especially about your eye. And as I sat here and I listened to you, just share about, these products and how they're changing lives. I had to catch myself because I'm getting a little emotional because it's true. We have some products that are changing lives. And as you sat there and you talked about, your mom and how great she's looking, and your friend's mom who, passed away, and, God called home. I thought about my mom, and I can tell you that one of my motivations and my drive is because of her. And whereas I tried so hard because I was in the midst of these products, and I tried so hard to get the rehab facility to cooperate and to get my mom on this NutriBurst, but I was unable to. But I fought and I tried, and I ended up losing her in the midst of this journey, on Christmas morning. But I was able to get it into my dad. And whereas I know, God always has a plan, but just knowing that these products are really changing lives, and just knowing that, I'm able to carry on the very thing that my mother instilled in me, because she instilled this industry of direct sales into me. I remember being a child and them being in this industry. And so I truly believe that I was destined to be a part of it. But even her drive for nutrition and being a certified naturopath, and just a believer who helped to change lives. These products, I know she's smiling down on me as a result of it. And so it's a little emotional, but let me get back on task, because that's what these products are doing, ladies and gentlemen. They are changing lives. And that's why we're so excited, because yes, there's a compensation plan attached. But I can tell you that because of the results of these products, that's the most rewarding thing that we're getting here at Total Life Changes, because we have something that's really changing lives. And so you heard about the products. You already know about the products. So whether you decide to say, you know what, Joy, I want to just become your customer, definitely become her customer, because we absolutely love our customers. But for the person that says, you know what, I'm looking for something, I want to be able to help to change the lives of others. I'm looking for a vehicle that I can leverage that's also not just going to benefit people, but I have some dreams. I have some goals on the inside of me, and I just want to find a way to be able to give birth to those dreams. Well, that's called Total Life Changes. And I'm going to quickly share with you the #1 compensation plan, not just in the US, but in the entire world, that we've been able to grab a hold of. And I can tell you that Nate and I, my husband, we were accustomed to the 40-40-40 plan. And that's where we work for 40 hours for 40 years to be tied on 40% of our income. And we knew that would never work for us, ladies and gentlemen, because of the fact that we were struggling as an engineer, 6 figures plus a year, and we still did not have enough. Why? Because we had all of these bills. We had the mortgage, the light bill, the car note, the gas bill, the food bill, the daycare bill, you name it, bill after bill after bill. I don't know who can relate to me on this hangout today, but we call that the circle of insanity. Why? Because we only had one way to try to pay all those bills. And so I always knew that in order to get ahead in life, that I had to find something, we had to find something that we could do that would now either bridge the gap or would take us all the way over the hill, straight up to the top. And that's what TLC has been able to do. So I want you to think about this, because most people are accustomed to only one way of pay. But here at TLC, we have not just one way, but write down 5 powerful ways to pay your bills. So think of these as additional streams coming into your household. So now the first way we get paid is what we call our retail commission. It's real simple. Imagine this. I know that there's some people watching. Danielle, Itzel, Andrea, Lillian, Florence, Grace, all of you. Who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Because guess what? Once you say yes today to Joy and you solidify your position, what's going to happen is you're going to be given a free, state-of-the-art website for you to build your global business on. Imagine you now sharing these products. You share the ISO tea, and people going to your website, they click to order. Unlike a traditional brick and mortar, you don't have to have all this overhead. They click and order, and you're going to earn a 50% commission. That's half. We're in partnership with Mr. Jack Fallon. He is truly blessing us because he realized that if he pays his distributors the most, we're not going to go anywhere. We're a debt-free company, so therefore he can give us back 62% of every dollar back into our pocket, which is absolutely amazing. So that's the first way that we get paid here is our retail commission. But now you may be saying, well, you know what? I have bills that I need to pay like right away, because I know when we got started, we were broke. All right, we were broke. We ended up losing his job. We ended up living, you know, in the home of our coach, Miss Stormy Wellington. And what ended up happening was we needed to make some money fast. And one of the ways that you're able to do is when you say yes and you get started with a one-time investment, you're going to have some product depending on what package you choose. So imagine you now going out and retailing this tea and putting hundreds to thousands of dollars in your pocket every single month. You see, one pack of this tea, we pay $10 for, but we sell one pack on the street to people we know, people we come in contact with, our hairstylists, our barbers, for $20. What's going to happen is they drink it just like I shared for a week. They're going to get results. When a person gets results, what happens? They're going to come back for more. So imagine you doing this over and over and over again. I can tell you that's what made me a believer. In the beginning, when I got in and we positioned ourselves, I told Ms. Wellington, you know, in the beginning that we weren't going to do it again. My husband said to me, listen, I'm here for you. If you want to do that business, go ahead. But don't ask me to do a call. Don't ask me to do any meetings. None of that, because I'm done with that industry. Well, I took this tea to a women's event. And I threw it in my suitcase, literally confused, because we were just coming off of another opportunity. But when I shared at that time that I had lost maybe 8 pounds in about 6 days, about 40 women were at this event. They lined up at my table, and I saw this little pack of tea multiplied to $400, which at that time we were still selling it for the $10. We weren't even marking it up. Multiplied to $400 in 20 minutes. I knew I had something powerful in my hand. So retail is very strong. Now, the second way we get paid over here is what we call our fast start bonus. How many of you watching? How many are listening in? You want to make some money fast, because this is another way that you're going to get it done. When you say yes, you lock in your spot with Joy. Now what's going to happen is as you begin to share these products like the NutriBurst or the NRG, right? Our Get Fit Kit, which is the powerful 3. What's going to end up happening is they're going to say, hold on, wait a minute. I know some people who want to get healthy. I know some people who want to lose some weight. So they decide to partner with you. Every time they do, you qualify for a referral bonus. You can earn anywhere between $50 all the way up to $750 every time somebody says yes. Do it over and over and over again, and that's money coming into your household. It's just that simple. Now, the third way we get paid is what we call the hybrid binary. And I want you to really pay attention to this, because Joy thought about you. Joy thought about Danielle, Issa, Aunt Andrea, Lillian, Florence, Grace, Harriet, Anna, and all of you others who are chiming in, who will see this hangout. You see, what's happening is she thought about you first. She's giving you the opportunity to lock in her top positions in her organization, because she is launching this thing. And she knows people all over the world. So you have the opportunity to get in first. So what happens is you say, you know what, Joy, I'm ready to get in. What do I need to do? And now you lock in your position of equity. What's going to happen is I know that each and every one of you know at least 2 people. So you're going to place one on the left and one on the right to now activate what we call the hybrid binary. How many of you have ever heard of making money in your sleep? How many of you have ever dreamed of making money in your sleep? How many of you have ever dreamed of being on the beach or on a plane or traveling around the world and still getting paid? You see, it's not like linear income where we trade time for dollars. This is money that's going to happen over and over again from a one-time effort. Now, what's so powerful is that everyone goes into the system one behind the other. We all only have a left and a right side. So there's going to be some people who you have absolutely no idea who they are, but because Joy invited you on this hangout to hear this information first, you get in before these people, and you're going to be able to benefit, because when they get in, they become a part of your team instead of you becoming a part of your team because of their team, because you decide to wait. It's just simple. So now on this one way of pay is paid down through infinity. Yes, infinity, anywhere between 10% all the way up to 25% every single week. So you may be saying, okay, well, what does that mean? Well, every product has volume attached to it. So let's say that the left team has about 10,000 in product volume, not just your efforts, but everybody's efforts down below you for the week. And then the other team has 12,000. Well, what's going to happen is you're paid on the lesser team. So at that 10,000, that is a $1,700 check because it's 17% at that rate just for the week on this one way of pay, not counting all these other ways that I'm sharing with you today. So it's powerful. But you may be saying, okay, is that for real? And I think there has to be a catch to it. Well, guess what? There is a catch. You can only make up to $20,000 a week on this one way of pay. And now you may be saying $20,000 a week. Is that real? Absolutely. You know why? Because I'm going to share with you, some of my phenomenal business partners who are maxing out this way of pay, all because they said yes. And guess what? Just getting started, if I can find them in this magazine. But I can tell you that people like Louis Ventura and his amazing wife, Fernanda, they've been able to max out this way of pay. And none other than my husband and myself, I can tell you, we have been able to max out this way of pay. This is my husband and I, as we are doing what he loves most, play golf. And so many different people are maxing out this way of pay. I can't find it right now. But I can tell you that it's absolutely amazing and it is possible. And I truly believe that what's been done before can absolutely be done again. Now, the fourth way we get paid, write this down, it's our check match. Imagine this. When you personally bring someone into the business, you're now going to qualify for your third 50%. This is the 50-50-50 compensation plan. So now the third 50% is this, the check match. When you personally bring someone into this business, you introduce them. They are sponsored by you. You now qualify for half of their check. Now they're going to get 100% of their check, but you're going to get a 50% check match. For instance, my husband and I, we personally, I'm going to give you a real life example. We personally enrolled, Carmel into this business. And let's say for the week Carmel goes out, she makes a $4,000 bonus. Well, guess what's going to happen? She gets her $4,000, but we get a $2,000 check match. Now Carmel, she goes out and she brings Joy into the business, right? Joy is our second generation because we don't just get one generation, we also qualify for a second generation check match. So we're going to earn an additional 10% all the way up to 50% in addition to the 50% that we're receiving off of Carmel, with the 10 to 50% off of Joy for up to a 100% bonus payout. It's just that simple. So it's incredible. So imagine this. All of you decide to say yes, you now qualify for check matches happening throughout your organization. It is incredible. Now, the fifth way that we get paid is what we call our lifestyle bonus. Once you reach the rank of a national director, TLC is just going to give you $1,500 a month to maintain your lifestyle. It's just that simple. Do what you want. Some of you may have seen other companies out there with maybe pink Cadillacs, black Mercedes-Benz. TLC says, you know what? Do what you want with it. If you want to get a car, get what color you want. If you want to take a vacation, take a vacation. If you want to pay your kids college tuition, pay their college tuition. Do whatever you choose with it. So that happens to be the #1 compensation plan in the entire world that's creating so many different stories. I can go on and on with the stories, but if you're listening in today and you're saying, well, you know what? I'm not sure if I have time. Well, then you remind me of a young lady that's a part of our organization, Miss Valerie Davis, who said yes. You see, one yes, that's the magic word. She works this business on a very part-time basis. She works a full-time rotating shift job, 12, 14 hours a day. Literally, she cares for her elderly grandfather full-time. He's 86 years old and has an incredible testimony on, yes, the Nutriverse. And she serves proudly as a lieutenant colonel in the military reserve over 20 years. And I can tell you, her yes turned into a documented 6-figure ring earner. These rings that were able to cross the stage just a few weeks ago in Atlanta, Georgia. Or maybe you're that person watching it and you're saying, you know what, I have some goals, I have some dreams on the inside of me that I want to give birth to, and I'm looking for a vehicle. But then you remind me of Miss Antonina Griffin, a mother, a wife who lives in North Carolina. She said, yes, she took her last $1,500, got started in this business at the top level, because there's several ways that you can get in. And it was at the holiday season time. And she gave her rent, literally, to get into this business, not knowing that in her first year, she too will become a documented six-figure earner. But guess what also she's been able to do? She's been able to pay cash for her own funeral home. She's been able to open up her own charter school. And on top of it, she's in the process of opening her own mental health facility because she is about changing lives. So that's total life changes. And I can go on and on with the stories. But guess what? We are looking for the next story. And that's why you're on this hangout today that Joy wanted to invite you to. So I'm going to let you know that there's several different ways that you can get in. Not going to go into detail, but the packages range anywhere from $100, as little as $100, $99, all the way up to our $1,500 level pack. It just depends on where you fit in. I want you to get back with Joy. She'll give you the details. But that $1,500 pack gives you a lot of product. You're going to get a lot of tea in order to build your business. No matter where you start, you're going to more than double your one-time investment just by retailing these products when you get them out into the atmosphere. But if $1,500 doesn't fit into your budget, then don't worry about that. There's some $1,200 level packs. There's some $500, $300 level packs. There's some in the $200 range. We even have that Get Fit kit that I talked about, the powerful trifecta. This one right here, the T, the NutriBurst, and the NRG for $150. So ladies and gentlemen, there's no excuse. You can actually get into this business. And if you're that person that's saying, you know what, well, I have some health goals. These products are amazing. We have other weight loss products, but I can tell you about a young lady, Chastity, who she started off with the tea. She lost 70 pounds on the tea. She added the NutriBurst, lost about another 20 pounds when she added the NutriBurst. And then she added the NRG, lost another 20 plus pounds. Chastity is down 103 pounds from these 3 simple products. But it's about a lifestyle. It's not about weight loss. It's not about skinny, but it's about being healthy. So will you make a decision to grab a hold of this concept? Will you make a decision to say, you know what, my health is truly everything, and get back with Joy and say, you know what, I'm ready to get started. If you're that person looking for an opportunity, I want to let you know that a little over 2 years ago, we had no idea corporate America would fail our family. We had no idea that after my husband gave of himself over 25 years, we would look up and he was no longer needed. Nobody wanted to be bothered with him. We had no idea, ladies and gentlemen, that any of that would begin to happen. But I can tell you that we also had no idea that we would end up homeless, ladies and gentlemen, by January of 2015. But I can tell you that one yes began to turn it around. One yes, because of my simple decision to lose 20 pounds in 31 days, turned into $1 million income in 17 months. One yes allowed us to be able to go from renting cars for 2 years, because I didn't even share that. After we had to sell the last vehicle, we rented cars for 2 years, to now me being able to drive the car that I dreamed of. But what's even more important, because for me, it's not about the materialistic things, but it's my why, my children, the reason why I drive every single day. You see, one yes, we have a son that's 17, who was moved along in the system, in the school system. No child left behind, who did not get what he needed in order to have the foundation. And by the time we caught it, we begged the school to leave him back in the 8th grade. But instead of promoting him, they placed him in the 9th, pretty much setting him up to fail. And at that time, we couldn't afford a tutor. But one yes allowed us to be able to get him a private tutor to help him get back on track. But he has a dream on the inside of him. He loves and he's great and has a passion and is gifted at playing basketball. But because he messed up his GPA in the beginning, once you do that, it's very hard to come back from. So he was unable to play his entire high school years. And he's a senior now. One Yes allowed us to put him in the top boarding school just this past month, where he went to summer school at Oak Hill Academy, giving him a chance at his dream. And we will be paying cash for a high 5-figure senior school year in order for him to have a chance at living the very thing that he dreams. So that's called Total Life Changes. It's making your dreams a reality. And so all of you watching in today, Joy has given you the chance to say yes to something that can completely turn your entire life around. So get back with her, send her that text message, send her that WhatsApp, give her a call, do whatever you got to do. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, not from the top, but at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Project 1000 is real. And it means we know without a shadow of a doubt that we will help 1,000 families make a documented 6-figure income in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, it's already happening. It's just a matter of you making a decision that I am going to be one. So Joy, I'm going to turn this back over to you, to your guest. Again, congratulations, because you just heard some information that will make your life never the same. So Joy, back at you.
Hi, guys. So I am so glad that you guys tuned in. I know that there was a ton of amazing, amazing information. So please feel free to text me, call me, WhatsApp me. For my sisters that are, not in the States right now, just bring all the questions. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at my phone, and my sister Grace is just texting me. She's like, yeah, girl, I am in. Let me know what's up, what's going on. So that's amazing. That is great. Thank you so, so, so much for tuning in. I love you all so much. And I believe that each and every single one of us deserves to be healthy and wealthy, just health from the inside out. That's how we were meant to live. I think that's how we were created to live, from the inside out. And no one should be gypped. If there's any way that we can be healthy spiritually, physically, mentally, you know what? Let's go forward. Do it. And I believe each and every single one of you, that's what you want, because you guys know me, and you know that's just me. That's what I love. And if I find something great, I will definitely let you know about it. So thank you so, so, so much for tuning in. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful rest of the night. For my sisters that are in Kenya and Egypt, thank you so, so, so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's probably super late, but I love you all so, so, so much. So have a good day.